Hello, my name's Blanard. I'm going to explain to you today about health and nutrition. I've been studying nutrition for the last 28 years, and some of the things that I've come to realise have made me more interested and more intrigued than anything else on how our bodies actually work and what we can actually put into them and what makes them really, really functional. So, with food combining that we have, okay, I will just explain that I am a vegan. I do facilitate a vegan belief. I only teach about veganism. I don't mind carnivores, I don't mind vegetarians. For me, optimally, a vegan diet is working very, very well, whether it's cooked or raw. And so, on with the lesson. How we can work with clients and how we can generally change their lifestyle. We can look at the nutrition they're eating at the moment, how their lifestyle is. We do a questionnaire and we work out what are the things that are working for them and what things aren't, and whether they need to detox and clean out their system and basically do a good overhaul of their whole life so they become more motivated, more clear-minded. For all of that, you're going to be looking at juicing, doing enemas potentially, doing parasite cleanses, how you potentially would elevate your energy levels. You would also probably do a health check with your doctor to have a look at your vitamin and mineral levels. You can basically see what is going on in your body. You can go to the doctor, you can have a few blood tests. This way you can work out a nutrition plan for yourself. With this nutrition plan, you can look at what your body's lacking. If your mineral levels, such as iron, are low and depleted, you can see what levels of nutrition you need to put into your body. You can work out where all the minerals and vitamins that you need are. So, we'll start looking at macro and micro minerals. Okay, with macro and micro minerals, we've got a certain amount of macro minerals in our bodies, which are the main minerals in your body, like calcium, potassium, magnesium, and sulfur, and things like that. There are the main ones. Those are the most beneficial ones that you need for your body, for it to function. Then you've got the micro minerals, which are the trace element minerals, which you have in more minimal amounts. With those, basically, you are going to ask yourself, where do I need to get these from and what can I actually eat? Because as much as tablets say they've got them in them, it's better to know where the whole food sources are from and where you can get them from. Like a Brazil nut holds selenium, so you can buy Brazil nuts to get that selenium from it. So basically, you're aiming to get it from whole food sources. Right, now we come on to either raw or cooked food planning. When we're looking at the food planning, we are basically looking to see what it is in the diet that is going to make the body the healthiest it can be. So basically, we are going to look at raw food because it's high in enzymes and this is optimal for the body because our bodies were made in a very, very symbiotic way with nature. So to optimize the enzymes and their production, like the body has enzymes to digest lactose till the age of about 4.5 years old, which you get from the mother's milk. You can ingest your mother's milk and then it will be digested and you have the enzymes to digest that. But when you get older, you lose those enzymes, so you need to get them from somewhere, and food like plants have a high abundance of enzymes. So you need to look for that enzyme production. So it will aid your body to metabolize, to enhance digestion, to also boost your metabolism. It will heighten immunity, gain weight control. Also, we can gain weight control by food combining. This will give you basically better understanding of weight control because the food combining, different foods go together. So it's learning how to put those foods together that is really, really important. Then you're working out your acid pH levels because you don't like to facilitate lots of acidosis in your gut because it heightens a toxic state in the body. You'd like to enhance oxygenation of the blood, boost energy, maximize your anti-aging. Basically, you'd like to look the best that you can look. You would like healthy hair growth, healthy nail growth. You'd like healthy body. You'd like to be really flexible. You'd like healthy bones, which are really important as you get older. This can also lead to stabilizing your moods, enhancing mental focus, and boost your self-respect. It will basically make you feel so much better about yourself. And it can elevate any depression that you have in your body and exhaustion. So there are so many things that you can look at that it could actually turn your life around if you would like it to do so. The next thing we're going to look at is more about enzymes and where we can get them from. Seeds and grains and nuts are an abundant source of enzymes, especially if you reactivate them. So we're going to look at how to sprout and soak our nuts and seeds so we heighten the level of enzymes and the enzyme production that they have. When you make something living, when it starts to sprout, it is full of enzymes. So putting these into the body is amazing. First, we're going to have a look at sprouting. With the sprouting, you can have your seeds and grains, and they will basically get reactivated. With these charts, there are different times for all the sprouts. So you can steadily learn how to sprout with these. There is some fallacy around some nuts and seeds and grains not being able to sprout. They do actually sprout, so don't ever be concerned. As long as it's a whole nut or a whole seed and it hasn't been broken, it will actually activate and it will start to sprout. So next we are going to go on to the hydration. Okay, the imperatives. There's a large necessity with the body to have things like hydration and water. This is really, really important for the body because the body will not function if you don't have these things in your life. Things like to remove refined foods like white flour, sugar, salt, rice, things like these, things that aren't whole plant foods, things that have been processed are very, very bad for the body. Dairy products also produce a lot of mucus in the body, which actually hampers the body a lot. So maybe stick to nut milks as well. And you can learn how to make your own nut cheeses. Gluten is a big problem in this day and age because our wheat is ground before we use it, which is really, really bad because it goes rancid after 80 hours. In some countries, they still go to the market, they buy their fresh wheat, and they will go next door to the grinder, and the grinder will grind it for them because they know it's fresh. So everything is fresh, and it doesn't facilitate celiac disease, where the absorption in the stomach is so toxic that you have facilitated allergies and intolerances. When you have this process of malabsorption in the gut, it facilitates celiac disease because of the gluten from the wheat and other products. When you have this malabsorption, there's a lot of acidosis created, and so the lining of the stomach gets impaired, and it can also facilitate a lot of gastric juices that will wear away at the lining, which will also that could cause gastrointestinal disorders and potentially even ulcers. So it is really imperative to be careful. Okay, then we need to look at things like E numbers and artificial ingredients. Those are a necessity to remove. You do not need artificial ingredients in food products that are whole foods. Whole foods are plant medicine, and they're very good for the body when you use them properly. Things like soft drinks, bad fats, and you do need to chew your food well, because the more energy and enzymes, saliva is the first activation point of enzymes in the body. So you need to contemplate these things. If you're hungry, raw soups, vegetables, crudité, things like that. Eat fruit more. There are plenty of things that you can put in your body for things that are nibbles and for breaks and snacks. Okay, in this lesson, we've learned a couple of the do's and don'ts to learning healthy food combining and potentially a healthy vegan diet. One of the other things is fasting on fruit and vegetables. If you are feeling very, very low on energy and you are feeling like you may need to do a fast, but you can't actually do a full fast without fruit and vegetables. So basically, if you just fast on fruits or fruit juice, smoothies, juices, and whole fresh fruit and vegetables, this is good. This can really, really detox your whole system, and then you'll be feeling extra good if you cut out the nuts and the seeds, the oils, things like that. So you are basically only living on fruit and vegetables if you need a detox. This can work if you do it either for a few days, a few weeks. You can even do it for a couple of months. Then just slowly reintegrate things that you really would like in your diet, and then start food combining properly when you do reintegrate the oils and the proteins and anything else that you put in. Bringing the diet down to basics is just that. The fruit and vegetables are the basic components that your body needs. They ought to have all the nutrients in that you optimally would need in every day. They are pure protein when it comes to vegetables, and the fruits have protein in as well. So don't be scared that you're not getting any protein, because you are. Plant cellulose is actually protein. So don't ever be fearful that you're not getting enough. Okay, I'm going to end this lesson here. Hope you've enjoyed it and hope you've learnt something interesting from it. If there is anything, just leave comments, and I look forward to hearing from you. And if you're interested in having a look at the Bush Healing Centre, please do so and get in contact with us if you like.